Okay, an interesting shootout today. We've got on the left, we've got an Asus Zenbook Fold 17 with an i7 12th generation i7 processor. It's a U model, so not the best performance for 12th gen Intel processor. Also has 16 gigs of RAM. On the right, we've got a Surface Laptop Studio with an 11th gen i7 processor and 32 gigs of RAM. So without further ado, let's kick them off and see how we get on. Out of the blocks, the Fold saying 18%, the Surface Laptop saying 15% of that's processing power being used. 19% now versus 17%, so the Surface Laptop Studio with the advantage. 19% versus 18%. Still reasonably in sync. These two tend to wander a little bit for some reason. I'm not quite sure why that is. 17% versus 17%, so at that stage even Stevens. We should have the should make it do a little bit of work by switching that on. 17% still versus 16% for the Surface Laptop Studio. And we're moving into the faster section now, so expect a bit more processing power. And the second part of this song is usually a better indicator of general performance because it's forcing him to work a little bit harder. So we've got 21% on the left versus 16% on the right, so the Surface Laptop Studio not having to work as hard. 16% versus 16%, so even Steve's at that point in the game. And let's see, they've gone out of sync slightly, but not so much that we can't read a reasonable response from them. 30% versus 28%. 28% versus 28%. 31% versus 27%. 29% versus 28%, 31% versus 29%. Okay, that's probably enough. That's enough really. They're not too badly matched actually. The Surface Laptop Studio having the advantage and basically having to use less of its processing power than the Zenbook Fold. But the Zenbook Fold actually putting in a reasonable performance actually compared to previously, which I'm a little surprised about. But anyway. That's the way it's panned out today. I hope you've enjoyed it. If you have, then give this video a like. If you'd like to see more videos like this, then subscribe. And if you want to know when those videos come out, hit the notifications bell. Thank you very much for your time. Bye-bye.